कि khubor ka bate si TV. Lawan Rashapi taka Frank Motors. Booking open for the new Nexon. Visit Frank Motors or call 7045207973.
Deputy Speaker, sir, at the very outset, I would like to thank the Honourable Member from Mauhati, the Honourable Member from Nongtumai, the Honourable Member from Ampatti, the Honourable Member from Milim, the Honourable Member from North Shillong, the Honourable Member from Gambigri, and the Honourable Member from Songsak constituency for having brought this resolution and participated in this resolution, which is to resolve to oppose the implementation of the Uniform Civil Code in the states. Sir, when this discussion had started in the country recently, it's been going on for some time. In the past also it has been there. But just in the recent past, when the debate once again started, I was asked by many press people that what is your stand? And as has been quoted by one of the members, our member from Morankaneng also had participated. As mentioned, when the press asked me, I said that as a concept and as a proposal, the Uniform Civil Code is something that is not acceptable to us. Because we are a diverse nation, and in the diversity lies our strength. And hence the idea or the concept of a Uniform Civil Code is not acceptable to us. And that has been the stand that I have given as the Chief Minister of the state, as well as the President of my political party. And hence, sir, let there be no doubt that when it comes to looking at the UCC and the possibility of it coming as a bill, and then the possibility of it being passed, we as a state, as a government, and as political parties, we are all very much against this concept or this idea of a UCC. But having said that, the question arises that can we as legislators today specifically oppose or pass a resolution without knowing the content of the bill? Our stand outside the House can be on the ideas that we have. We can speak without any documentation. We can speak based on what we presume may happen. We can speak on the basis of what we think may happen. And it's not something that will be responsible because it's outside in the public domain. Of course, public will judge us, but it is not something that will be in the House. But as legislatures today, if we are to oppose a particular bill or oppose the UCC, the first thing we need to have in front of us is the UCC bill itself. Now, I don't know, maybe some of the members have seen the bill, but I have not seen the UCC bill. I have no idea what the UCC bill has. I don't even know whether it mentions that tribals will be protected or tribals will be exempted. I don't know. Or that the state of Meghalaya will be exempted, Northeast will be exempted, or it will only apply to a particular society. So therefore, without having the actual bill in front of us, as legislatures, and without going through the content of what the bill intends to do, it really will not be appropriate for us at this point in time to pass a resolution simply because we don't know, or there is no bill, there is nothing that has been moved. Yes, there is a fear, no doubt. Yes, there are apprehensions. Yes, there are concerns. And of course, if all the points that have been mentioned by the honorable members is going to be a part, which we have no idea whether it will or it will not. If it's going to be, then of course, the whole state and this whole house will stand united and ensure that we will pass the resolution. But as I said, outside the house, we are free to act and speak and give all our opinions based on what we think about this issue, and come with our stand as political parties, as individuals, as political leaders, and give the statements in the press. But when it comes to actual passing of a resolution, specifics, which particular para, which particular which particular section of the bill, which particular concept of the bill, or which particular idea, as legislatures, at the end of the day, it is necessary for us to be able to go through that and come then pass a resolution based on what was going to be in the bill. Therefore, sir, we have debated about this. In fact, I would like to share that a large number of the MDA partners, our honorable member from Jirang and other members from different constituencies, we discussed about this in the MDA meeting just before the assembly session. And we discussed in detail for a long time on how we should proceed with this idea. And all of us have then come to the conclusion that yes, as a concept and as an idea, the UCC goes against the entire idea of India, which is the diversity. And yes, we oppose the overall idea of a UCC. But as legislatures, it is only when we see the draft of the bill, then only will we be able to take a stand on what are the aspects that are going to be there. Therefore, the question arises whether we are going to stand, are we going to be against the dilution of any kind of rights of the tribals? Yes, of course. If there is anything in the bill that is going to touch or dilute the cultural and the religious practices of the tribals and indigenous people of our region, this government, the MDA government, and I'm sure this entire house is going to oppose that particular move, sir. So therefore, let there be no doubt that we are completely united when it comes to any kind of move by anybody, including the parliament, when it comes to a point where there are laws that may be brought to dilute our rights and our principles and our culture or our practices. This house will stand united to oppose that. But till the point where we are not able to see what it is, whether in fact there is no bill that has been brought, forget the idea of passing it. A lot of members said that, what if this is passed? My question is, what is passed? There's nothing. They say that, well, there will be, what if they're trying to dilute it? Well, I don't know whether we can just simply go ahead and on a presumption that these kind of things may happen, that we will just simply go ahead based on a concept or an idea without really looking into the bill. Sir, that would not be appropriate process for the House to follow. But as I said, if the bill, whenever and as and when it comes, which we don't have any idea about, this has just been talked in the media, in this come out, many questions have been asked to me, to many of our leaders. Until unless we don't see what's the copy of the bill, it will be very, very difficult for us to comment in that line. Therefore, sir, I would like to not take too much of time, but I would like to conclude here by just simply saying three things which I have already elaborated. The first, sir, is that as a concept and as an idea, the UCC goes against the entire idea of India, which is the diversity. And hence, as a concept, it is not something that any of us can agree to. Number two, if there is any proposal or any bill that is brought in to dilute the rights of the tribals or dilute the practices of the tribals and the indigenous people and the religious practices of our people, or the different kind of marriage and inheritance laws that is going to affect our state and our people, the government and the assembly, and I'm sure all the members of this house, will never agree to it. But the question is, the bill has not even been brought. There is no draft of it, there's no documentation of it, and the question of it coming in Parliament or Lok Sabha being introduced is completely ambiguous right now, and there is no such move. And hence, as and when that comes, that's the only time when we can actually comment on what's the bill going to be and how the stand of the government will be. So I also would like to update the House that the Law Commission has asked for the inputs of the state government, and we have already fixed a time where the cabinet will go through the suggestions that have been made. But I can share to all of you that it will be in line with what I've already mentioned to you, that if there is any move to dilute any of our practices, the government and the state will oppose that particular move, will be the stand. And therefore, details of that are there, but I will refrain from going into all of it. It's quite lengthy. But that will be the crux of the suggestions that will go to the Law Commission. And therefore, sir, with these few words, as I said, I respect the concerns, I respect the sentiments of all the members, and let me assure you, I share the same sentiments. And therefore, let there be no doubt that we are all on the same page. But proper procedures and legislative procedures need to be followed for us to be able to move a resolution on a subject like these. The details of the entire resolution and the details of all the bills that will come up will be needed. Simply because, sir, as I said, if the bill tomorrow, I had been saying it on a lighter note. I don't mean to say it on a serious note, but I'm just presuming. Suppose I could presume that we write to the Law Commission and say that 33% reservation has been given to women, or is planned to be given to women in the House, and therefore we recommend that that the real empowerment of women can only come with also making India a matrilineal society tomorrow. And in a very, very low probability, the government of India, say for example, does accept that proposal of ours and says that yes, from tomorrow, whole of India is going to be a matrilineal country. I think we will not oppose that UCC. So therefore, it depends on what is going to be there in that content. I can presume it will be there, it will not be there, you can presume something else, but I guess we cannot move forward by going forward as a legislature to move in terms of what we presume may happen and pass a resolution on presumption that that was going to thing. But of course, outside the House, we have all expressed, and let me reiterate, that we are all united in opposition to any kind of dilution or any law that will come in to dilute the rights and the cultural practices of the indigenous people and of the people and different communities who reside in the state of Meghalaya, sir. So with these few clarifications, sir, I would request the honourable member, since I've clarified at length, I would request the honourable member if he could withdraw the resolution. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So, may I know the mind of the honourable member who has moved this resolution? Will he withdraw or not?
Can I say a few words, sir?
Yes, you may seek some clarification.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to thank to all the members participated in my resolution, and especially to the Honorable Chief Minister. And I also thank that he, as he stated for the last few months that we have seen in the social media, that he also said that UCC goes against India's identity. And now also he has stated that he's very concerned about the implementation of the UCC. Yes, sir, we have not seen the contents of the bills. I agree with the Honorable Chief Minister. Some of my friends asking me, by chance, why you are talking about the UCC? Since the UCC has not been, tabled in Parliament or passed the bill. Mr. Speaker, sir, I told my friends, if there is a bus driver, suppose you are a bus conductor, you will tell him, if you want to turn a bus, you will tell him, come, come, come. In Khasi, we say, one. I asked him, you will stop the bus till the bus got an accident? He said, no. Mr. Speaker, sir, as we are here as responsible leaders, as I have said before, prevention is better than cure. If Mizoram, Nagaland and Kerala pass resolution to oppose uniform civil code without seeing the contents of the bills, why not in Meghalaya? Why not in Meghalaya? What is the problem to pass a resolution? Mr. Speaker, sir, once again, with due respect to the Honorable Chief Minister, I also want to know, what is the mind of the government? What is the mind of the government? Suppose if the UCC is going to be passed in our country. That is my question to the Honorable Chief Minister.
Sir, I have already replied, sir, that if the contents of the bill, as and when it comes out, once we go through it, and it goes against the rights of the tribals, so we have already mentioned that we are united and we will oppose that. My only question to the Honourable Member is, he said that what if the UCC is brought and it is passed? My question to him again is, can you please tell me what is in the UCC? What is it that is going to be passed in Parliament? Please tell me and I'll give you an answer, whether we will support it or not. If the UCC bill has matrilineal system that will be adopted by the whole country from future, Parliament passes that as UCC, I think all of us will support that bill that says that from tomorrow, India is going to be a matrilineal society. So I don't know what the bill is. So what do I do? Do I support or not support? Sir, as legislatures, there is a way and a process of doing things. Outside the House, we have already given our stand and made our political messaging to the government of India and to everybody clear. But when we are in the House, so because somebody else does something, doesn't mean we don't follow the process and the procedure. For us to be able to act as responsible legislatures, we need the content of the bill to know what is it going to be. And the question also arises that whether this content is already there or not, nobody has seen it. Nobody knows what it is because it's not there. So on a fictitious and a situation where we are thinking what may happen and where we don't even know, what if tomorrow, as I said, the bill contains the point that is going to become a matrilineal country, we will be the first people to say, what did we do? We should have never passed this particular resolution without actually seeing the content. Therefore, sir, let me be again very clear. No doubt that uniform civil code is a concept that we don't agree to.
I'm sorry. It is now 2 o'clock. So I will extend the House till 3 p.m. Honorable Chief Minister, you may continue, please.
So therefore, if the Uniform Civil Code, as I mentioned, tomorrow comes out and suppose there is a particular provision that says that a matrilineal system will be followed, and suppose all other factors that are already there which we agree to, and as a legislature we all find that there's no harm in it to our people, and if we are completely exempted from all the aspects, and of course discussion will be made on that aspect, and then accordingly we will decide, sir. But today, as I said, prematurely, without even knowing what is in the content, just because another state has done it, that doesn't make us also, follow that and say that we will also have to do it. We have to think, we have to apply our minds. We have to understand the procedure that should be followed. We have to realize what we are opposing, what resolution we are bringing in, for what. We are going to be bringing a resolution today against a concept, an idea, which will have to be implemented and given in detail, which we have no clue about. What is the Uniform Civil Code going to be on? Is it going to be on marriage? Is it going to be on inheritance? Is it going to be, well, that's what the concept says, but we don't know what the bill says. So till we don't see that, how to oppose something which we don't know what it is? That is what we are trying to say, sir. So there's a time for everything. Have we made our stand clear? We have. In the public domain and in the press, we have already said we are against it. If it dilutes us and dilutes our practices, we are against it. But when it comes to passing a resolution, the procedure and the process has to be followed. We need to see what is it that we are opposing. It should not be the case that tomorrow we look at the bill and we say, well, there's nothing to oppose. I'm just saying, we only will come to know when we see the bill. Maybe it's everything is to be opposed. Well, then we will oppose it that time. But therefore, sir, all I'm trying to say is that don't take my statement of not supporting this resolution as my stand on this concept. My stand and the government stand is very clear, as I said. We oppose the UCC. We oppose the entire concept of UCC and any move to dilute our practices. The question arises, passing a resolution has to be based on facts, figures, bills, details, acts well when it's passed. Then only can we comment. That's what I'm trying to say, sir. So is the issue important? It is absolutely important. Are we united? Absolutely we are. Are we against it? Yes, we are, as an idea and a concept. But till we don't see the details of the bill, it will be futile for us to speak about it because it's not even there, is what I'm trying to say, sir.
Mr. Speaker, sir, once again I would like to thank to the Chief Minister for the reply. And since an Honorable Chief Minister had clearly stated that he also strongly opposed the Uniform Civil Code, suppose there are some content of the bill which will be affected our indigenous people in our state. He already stated that he is the one who will oppose the UCC. So, sir, now I understand the mind of the government, that the government of Meghalaya also is concerned about the Uniform Civil Code. Thank you so much, and I hope that our Honorable Chief Minister, the Cabinet, his Cabinet, and also all of us 60 members of the House, when the Government of India is going to be implemented Uniform Civil Code in our country, at that time, I hope that all of us, we will stand together, we will fight together, and at that time, I hope that this August House will pass a resolution to oppose the Uniform Civil Code. Thank you so much.
The resolution?
Yes, sir. I beg to.
So, Since the mover has withdrawn his resolution, now let me put the question before the House. The question is that the Honourable Mover has the leave of the House to withdraw the resolution. Those who are in favour say aye.
Aye.
Those who are against say no. The ayes have it, the ayes have it, and the resolution has been withdrawn with the leave of the House.